Hello everyone. Today is story time and we have another traditional story for you. This one today is called Rumplestiltskin. That's a very long word. So, once upon a time there was a miller. You might remember what a miller is from the story of the red hen. It was the person who grinds the wheat into flour in a windmill. That's why he's called a miller. So this miller was very poor, but he had a beautiful daughter. Now it happened one day that he got into a conversation with the king, and wanting to make a good impression on the king, he boasted, "I have a daughter who can spin straw into gold." What are you thinking? The king, I've got my crown here. The king said to the miller, "That is an art I really like. If your daughter is as skillful as you say," and skillful means practiced and got quite good at something. You'll be skillful at a lot of things. "If your daughter is as skillful as you say, bring her to my castle tomorrow, and I will put her to the test. If she can do indeed as you say, then she can be my queen." The miller was very excited at this prospect of maybe having his poor daughter become queen, that he took her the next day to the castle. And when he left her, the king took her to a room that was entirely filled with straw. I've got some straw here, a whole basket of straw. But she had a whole room full of straw. He gave her a spinning wheel and said, "Get to work now, spin all night, and if by morning you have not spun this straw into gold, then you will have to die." It's a bit unfair. And he locked the door, and she was there all alone. The poor miller's daughter sat there, and for her life she did not know what to do. She had no idea how to spin straw into gold. She became more afraid and finally began to weep. "Oh, whatever will I do?" Suddenly a window opened and a little man stepped inside. "Good evening, Mistress Miller. Why are you crying so?" "Oh, I am supposed to spin straw into gold and I do not know how to do it." "What will you give me if I spin it for you?" "I can give you my necklace," she said. The little man took the necklace, sat down before the spinning wheel and started to spin like this. He was taking the straw and he was feeding it onto the wheel, and as the wheel was going round, it was turning it into gold. Can you join in with me? We've got a lot of straw to spin. He spun all night long, and when all the straw was spun, the room was indeed filled with gold, and the little man disappeared out of the window. At sunrise, the king came, unlocked the door, and when he saw the gold, he was amazed. But his heart became even more greedy for gold, and he took the miller's daughter to another, even bigger room filled with straw again, just like this again. And he ordered her to spin again if she valued her life. The girl did not know what to do, and she cried once again. What do you think's going to happen next? You're right. Once again the window opened and the little man appeared. "What will you give me if I spin the straw into gold for you?" "I can give you the ring from my finger," she said. The little man took the ring, and once again the spinning wheel began to whir with the straw being spun round and round into gold all night long. By morning he had spun all the straw into glistening gold, and he disappeared out the window. The king came up the stairs, unlocked the door, and was happy beyond measure when he saw it. But he still did not quite have his fill of gold. "One more time," he said. And he took the miller's daughter to a still larger room filled with straw, and said, "Tonight you must spin this too. If you succeed, you may become my queen." When the girl was alone, she ran to the window and waited to see if the little man might appear once more to help her. And sure enough, he did. Can you join in with me? "What will you give me if I spin the straw into gold?" he said. "I have nothing more than I can give you," answered the girl. "Then promise me, after you become queen, your first child will be mine." "Who knows what will happen?" thought the miller's daughter, and not knowing what else to do, she promised the little man what he demanded. And in return, the little man once again spun all the straw into gold. Let's do that one more time. On the spinning wheel. And when in the morning the little man had disappeared and the king unlocked the door and found everything just as he desired, he did indeed marry her, and the beautiful miller's daughter became queen. A year later, she brought a beautiful child into the world. She thought no more about the little man, but suddenly one day he appeared in her room and said, "Now you must give me what you promised." The queen took fright and offered the little man all the wealth in the kingdom if he would let her keep the child. But the little man said, "No, something living is dearer to me than all the treasures in the world." And the queen began crying so much that eventually the little man had a little pity on her and said, "I will give you 3 days. If by then you know my name, then you shall keep the child." The queen spent the entire night thinking of all the names she'd ever heard. I wonder if you can think of some. And then she sent a messenger in the country to inquire far and up wide what other names there might be. And when the little man returned the next day, on day 1, she began with, "Is it Casper?" "No." "Melchior?" "No." "Balzar?" "No." And she said all the names in the kingdom she could think of. And each one, he said, "It is not my name." And off he went. The second day she sent inquiries into the neighbourhood as to what names people had. She recited the most unusual and curious names to the little man. "Is your name perhaps Beast Rib?" "No." "Mutton Calf?" "No." "Leg String?" "No." And off he went. She had 1 day left. On the 3rd day her messenger came back and said, "When I was passing through the woods, I saw a strange little man. He was jumping round a fire, and he was singing. He had this little song. It went like this: Hocus pocus, dance and sing, first a necklace, then a ring. Riddles and magic are my game, Rumplestiltskin is my name." You can imagine how excited and hopeful the queen was when she heard that. So when the little man finally appeared on day 3, she asked, Now, Madam Queen, what is my name? This is your last chance. She had 3 more chances. She thought she'd play safe and said, is your name Cuns? No. Hines? No. What about Rumplestiltskin? Who told you that? Stomped the little man, and with anger he stumped his feet up and down into the ground and ran out of the castle, never to be seen again. And the Queen kept her child and lived happily. I wonder what her dad, the miller, was thinking about himself. Would you have done what he did? I've also got a video I found of somebody spinning. So maybe on the website, on our page, there might be another little video you could look at if you want to see what spinning looks like, because nobody does any spinning very much these days. It's quite hard to find. Okay, see you in school for our next story.